So I got halfway ready to film today and then I kind of gave up. I got my face done, I half-assed did my hair, and then gave up when it came to a shirt. I am talking today about the Louboutin fragrances. I have the set of minis here, and I wanted to show the presentation. It's a really pretty box with this nice Louboutin seal here. It is magnetized, so it opens up really nicely. Then you have this guy, and then they are nicely nested into the box. So first I want to talk about Bikini Custa Serra. Now just a quick note, if you are referencing any of these on Fragrantica, the photos for Bikini Custa Serra and Tornade Blonde are reversed. So this is what they show for Bikini Custa Serra, but it's actually this bottle. Confused me for about 2 hours. Don't let that happen to you. Anyway, this is a really interesting fragrance. It's not, I don't think it's something that I would purchase. However, it's very floral. If you like rich florals, then this is definitely something to consider. There are some green notes up at the top, which is really nice for cutting that thickness of the floral. The jasmine and tuberose are mainly what you get from the heart of this. The jasmine mostly. The tuberose isn't super strong, which is good for me because tuberose can turn sour on my skin. And it almost kind of has a little bit of a honeysuckle kind of vibe to it at a certain point. And it's a little bit of a linear fragrance. There's not a lot of a story. There's not a lot of development. And the base notes in this, the vetiver, sandalwood, ambergris are very, actually you can smell a little bit of the ambergris pretty well, but the rest of the base notes are pretty toned down. They kind of stay in the background and they don't really, once the middle notes wear off, all of it wears off. So that is one thing about these fragrances. They last about 5 hours tops if I apply liberally on my skin. And that's true for all three of these. Next I tried Tornade Blonde, or Tornade Blonde, I'm not really sure, sorry about that. This one is primarily a rose scent, however it does have some watery qualities coming in from the violet leaf. You can get some of the ambrette smell, but it takes a while for that to kind of come through. And like I said, it's primarily rose. I don't get any jasmine coming through on my skin or orange blossom. A little bit of gardenia, mostly rose. I don't really get any jasmine or orange blossom. In like the 5th hour, you can kind of get a little bit of a hint of patchouli and sandalwood in this, out of this, but not a whole lot. It kind of dissipates really fast. It wears off. That once it gets to that point, it wears off really quickly. You can get some of the ambergris in this one. That kind of holds strong throughout the entire life of the fragrance, but again, it only lasts about 5 hours or so max if you apply it liberally. Now these first two I'm not very impressed with. They're not super unique in my opinion. They're nothing that I haven't tried before. One that impressed me the most is Trouble in Heaven. This one was really interesting because it's a very oriental scent, and it can smell quite heavy. However, the cascalone in here kind of cuts that heaviness and adds a little bit of lightness to it, so that I thought was a very interesting take on a way to lighten up an oriental, or rather freshen up an oriental. In this fragrance, really what I smell the most of is the base. I smell amber, a tiny bit of patchouli, not a whole lot, a good deal of tonka, and a good deal of labdanum. The bergamot doesn't really come through very strong on my skin. The rose and iris are very, very subtle. But that being said, this is definitely the most interesting to me, and I'm unsure if I would be interested in purchasing a bottle or not, but I will definitely wear through this. It is definitely a contender, and I would definitely be sad to see this one go, and I really enjoy this one. It's really nice, and I think this one could easily be worn by men as well. However, unfortunately, that one also only lasted about 5 hours max, but which is what makes me hesitant on whether or not I would put it on a wish list to purchase at some point. But anyway, that is a quick roundup of my thoughts of the Christian Louboutin fragrances. If you've tried any of these, please let me know, and let me know which ones you liked. My social media links are listed down below as always. If you're new here, please subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me. And yeah, let me know what you think of these in the comments, and that's all I have for you today. So until next time, thank you for watching.